what's up, what's happening? Big KBZ, we back in this thing, you know what I'm saying? We hit the top real quick. We got this Mozzy and ESTG album review here. Not a chance in hell. I know the Bruno shit is coming. Yo, I gotta get to some shit, bro. I really gotta get to some shit. I gave y'all the Don Toliver. I said I was Bruno coming, but this was a smooth low, and I think Bruno's is shorter. I think it's 11 songs, but hey, I had to get this off. I'm like, let me get a little rap before I go back over there. But we're going to get to Bruno. But, hey, I had to come give you this Not a Helen Chance. And what can I really say? Now, short album, 12 songs. Production overall, I really liked because it's more of a shorter album. And I know what y'all going to say, BB Keem's album was short as well. But I feel like there was a lot more substance, especially, like I said, there was a documentary, Boom Man, as well as him just talking about his family situation and just all these other stuff that was going on. Like, we got a little bit more, if you will, subject matter and just his own like issues with his family on the project, so I could delve more and talk about stuff more in about that album. This album was just smooth. I enjoyed it. Again, I like both artists separately. Y'all know I fuck with Mozzy tough. Y'all know I fuck with Mozzy. So again, you already know that. So of course I had to check this off the strength, and I like ESTG as well. So we heard this again, like I said, short album again. They're on 11 songs together. I know I said 12, but Buck to Benz, or Buick to Benz, sorry, not Buck to Benz, Buick to Benz is just a Mozzy solo cut that's at the end of the project. And I will say is a decent project. Again, collab albums, I can't really say if they're good or bad. Again, it's two different artists. I feel like at times they show up, at times they don't. I'm not going to say this is lukewarm, but it's a decent project. I can't really hate on it. I do like it. There's, of course, standout songs that I would tell you to listen to, but from what I'm hearing from this, it doesn't really stand out. Again, like a collab album like A Watch the Throne or even The Voice of the Heroes, there's a lot of standouts. It's just that, well, with Kanye and Jay-Z, you know what that meant at the time, and with Dirk and Lil Baby, just the energy in them kind of being at the top of popularity at the moment, they still hungry for it. They were still chasing some shit, and you appreciated it, and there was just some good songs that to come from it. Now again, this is not a miss, but I will say I can understand if people felt lukewarm to this, or they're just like, oh, this is decent, this is okay. I personally enjoyed it. Again, there's some cuts that stand out. Similar subject matter, of course. The only thing that was kind of curious, I believe it was released under Empire. I don't know if it was like also ESTG's like ESTG Records or whatever the fuck, but like I swear both of these artists have record deals with CMG. Also RIP Lil Papa, because I'm talking about CMG. So again, I was curious as to why that wasn't showing up in like the bottom. But again, I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't showing up. And again, I think Mozzy dropped an EP at like the end of 2025 called Permanent Tears, which I did hear. I did enjoy that as well. And yeah, ESTG's been dropping some music in 2025 as well. Yeah, it was literally Empire, Young Shiners, and Mozzy Records. So I was confused. There was only one feature on here, which was Bloodhound Q50. I believe on one of the last ESTG projects. It might have even been the deluxe. I believe he did a song with Q50. So, of course, I'm like, oh, okay. I see this right here. Again, there are some songs I liked. There were some songs I didn't like. The songs I liked, they will be in heavy rotation. I'll probably go back to them. The ones I didn't like, it is what it is. Again, this was a decent project. I'm not going to say this was a placeholder, of course. I love me a solo Mozzy album. Y'all know, loved Intrusive Thoughts 1 and 2. Loved 2. I loved Intrusive Thoughts 2. Oh, it was a time. It was a time. And ESTG's music, again, his albums, which I have heard, sometimes I feel like it's lacking. Sometimes I feel like depending on the beat, he doesn't catch it very well, production-wise. I feel like that nigga always got to lock in with Forever Rolling. That's just his person. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he brings the best out of ESTG. That might just be me. But I'm not going to act like ESTG did not show up on this project. Again, let me read the 12 songs. I'm going to tell you the songs I like, and we can get out of here. I ain't here for too long on this one. You got some music, especially if you like the subject matter these two artists talk about separately. You're definitely going to like this project. But anyways, track 1, Wouldn't Hold You Up. Track 2, Not Me. Track 3, You Hear Me Though. Track 4, Turns. Track 5, Still Ain't Put My Pistol Down. Track 6, None Like Me. Track 7, All I'm Thinking. Track 8, Rounds. Track 9, A Lot of Shots. Track 10, Foes. Track 11, Aside, featuring Bloodhound Q50. And track 12, the solo track, Buick to Benz with Mozzy. Now, again, if we go ahead and do conversation now, like I said, the fact there was only one feature, we could have had like 2 or 3. I wasn't mad at anything Q50 did, but I'm like, yeah, could have had a little bit more features. But again, maybe there's just a quick little album, put this shit out. You know, y'all might have some shit in the tuck for your solo projects, so I gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? We in the third month of 2026. You know, hey, we already got some. Hey, I know J. Cole and few notable acts dropped, and we feeling like that's enough. Like, no, there's still a lot of the year to go. I know it's moving fast, but there's still a lot to go. So hopefully we get some more good shit, and hopefully, hey, we might get some solo projects from these brothers. But anyways, I did, like I said, I enjoyed it. It was decent. I'm not saying this is a skip, but definitely if you're curious about the album, I would say listen to these songs. Of course, the first song, Wouldn't Hold You Up. Of course, I do like Not Me. I do like Not Me. I ain't gonna lie. Hear Me Though was cool. Turn was cool. Still Ain't Got My Pistol Down. Probably one of my favorite songs on this cut. That Into None Like Me. Like my favorite cuts on this motherfucker. And then I think I like rounds and a lot of shots. And then, of course, Mozzy's separate song, Buick to Benz. So, again, a smooth 7 out of 12 ain't bad. But, again, dope project. Shout out Mozzy. Shout out ESTG. I'm here for the solo cuts. I want some more. But, again, I wasn't wowed about this project, but I was entertained. So, I'd say it's decent. Again, if you're fans of both these artists separately, check it out. If you're intrigued with those songs together, and again, we did get the CMG compilation album, so you could kind of see how both people could tackle songs, you know what I'm saying, if they're both on the same song. But again, if you're intrigued, you could check it out. And again, if you're not really the biggest fan of these two, you never know, maybe them together might do it for you. And there's definitely some songs to check out. And Buick to Benz, smooth little cut right there. I could just be driving out of my head. Like, he giving me some shit, like on Intrusive Thoughts 1. There was that one song, I forgot the fucking name. But anyway, that's really all I gotta say. Salute to Mozzy, salute to ESTG. That's really all I gotta say. What do y'all think? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Date Wilder doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You try and hit a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm gone. Shalom, some peace, y'all, gang. Aye.